road because you can't have van life without van problems. I was heading out of ZZYZX last night. Some really spooky stuff was going on with my phone. Kind of scared me, so I decided just to leave. I was going to hit the highway last night and then go back to, go to Vegas. I'm driving down the road from where I was camped at down the way there, and I come across this spot right here. There was this couple. So all of a sudden I pass them and it's pitch black out here. Everything shuts off. Headlights shut off, tail lights shut off, fuel pump shuts off, van shuts off. All I could hear, the slowing of the rubber touching the road. And I couldn't see in front of me, so I had to come to a stop. I didn't know who they were. I don't know if they were going to chop me up. I don't have power to my headlamps, and I don't have power to my fuel pump, and that's the only reason I'm not kicking over. There's an electrical problem. I had a weird thing happen with my phone. 3 minutes later, my whole van just shuts down. This is it, all taken apart because, is this the end of van life? I've always figured there'd be an issue with the van somewhere down the road because you can't have van life without van problems. But I never thought it'd be something so weird that I can't diagnose. I packed up my bags. I got 2 bags. I'm bringing my laptop, my action camera, and my regular camera. I gotta leave behind the drone. I don't know how I'm gonna carry 2 backpacks and the drone. So basically, I got 1 bag full of food on my laptop and 1 bag with that's a little bit lighter with clothes. So looks like this is the end of the safari and end of my van life. This is a real survival situation. I am stranded in the desert. And I got 4 bottles like this of water. I got every door open, including the back and the van. I got all the wing window open up over here, this door open up over here, and basically, so I got a canopy over me. Everything's open, so I'm feeling the wind and the breeze, and it's dropping it down, 5 to 10 degrees, plus not having the UV exposure. I'm not trying to burn any extra energy. Just sit here in the van. I'll eat a little bit here soon, and yeah. So, van life problem. Little update. The sun finally went down behind the peak. I got stopped by a park ranger who wanted me to seek medical treatment for the exposure. I assured him that I'm okay, that I used to work out in this kind of heat, which is not an issue. Just play survival mode and stay out of the UV rays, stay in the shade, consume my water, which I had intended on leaving the van here and just cutting my losses and going home with absolutely nothing. So the plan right now is I got a tow truck coming who's going to give me a ride to the next town, which is Baker, California. I'm going to have him drop me off at pretty much the only shop in town. We'll see tomorrow what the mechanic says. Well, my van is being dropped off in Baker at a closed garage. Coming to you with another update. So my car, my battery terminal was loose, which caused a large amp pull, which melted one of my connections to my fuse box. The fix took about 3 minutes and needed a new battery because the threads and the side of the battery were stripped out, which is what caused the loose connection, which is what caused the burnout of my electrical. He bypassed it, got a new battery in there. $300 for a new battery. I'm in Baker, California. It's being done by Baker Auto. Been kind of out here in this desert lot. Let's see if I can get a temp for you guys. 111 degrees. About probably 150 in my van. I've been stuck out in the desert, starting with just south of Barstow since Saturday. It's now Tuesday. Now let me tell you a little bit about my experience here. The mechanic said he'd meet me over here the day after. I brought it by at night, so he couldn't look at it. He said he'd be over here during the day. I pretty much got stuck out here all day long. Suffered for some pretty major heat exhaustion. Was throwing up all over the place last night, and finally he decides he'll actually work on it after some time, and he comes out and he immediately tries to sell me a fuel pump, and I told him it's not a fuel pump because I know it's an electrical issue. You can't blame it on the fuel pump if the fuel pump gets no power. So I did some more research and I finally found a common issue along with these Astro vans where there's a little terminal behind the battery that goes into the firewall, and then from the firewall into the circuit, into the fuse box that burns out. It took about 3 or 4 minutes for him to diagnose it, and about 10 minutes to fix it, and it cost me $300. My wallet was stolen last night. Now I got to wait another day for my ID to be expedited from Arizona, so that way I can drive legally with a valid license that I can show proof of. Baker is not a place to be stuck. If you could get towed somewhere where it's not a monopoly, this guy's pretty much the only guy in town. I have no choice but to spend $300 for a car battery. I'm stranded out in the desert with no Planet Fitness, no nothing, so yeah, I'm stinky, I'm dirty, I got zits forming all over the place because of all the sweat and not washing it off. Thanks to my family back at home, they got me situated because I decided to leave San Diego before I stacked up enough money just in case a situation like this happens, so I won't be doing that again. I will be a little more prepared with a little bit more money in my pocket, not just the bare minimum to be able to just get out. I may never do a ride share again, and that's simply for the fact that it's not right for me to put somebody else in that situation, transient or not, just in case something does break down. Now, granted, nothing mechanical was wrong with my car. It was strictly a loose connection in my battery. I have already fixed everything that needs to be fixed to make it a runnable vehicle. Okay, so basically, van life is not over. The van is fixed. It was a simple issue. Now we're going to go pay the bill. And I forgot to shut my back door. So we're going to go shut the back door. And we're going to go pay this bill, then I can finally park in the shade and get out of this 111 degree, get out of this 111 degree weather. So, there's the mechanics right down there. It's hard to see, right next to that truck. It's called Baker Auto Repair, a little family-owned business. Now, I'm not going to leave a bad review, much more than $300 for a battery. Enough said.